everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hermione and today I'm going to be sharing an organisational tips video with 10 different ways that you can get organised right now in under a day. The reason for today's video is because I actually feel like I really need this myself, so we can go on this journey together. I've picked loads of things that I've actually been avoiding doing for a while, and those make up a big part of this list. And then a couple of things that I've put in here are things that I rely on a daily basis that I think will really help you get organised if you're feeling in a bit of a rut. So hopefully you like these ideas and we can do them together. Without further ado, let's jump into all of the tips. So we've got 4 rough categories going on. We've got declutter, organize, tidy, and productivity. So I'm going to break all these tips down into those categories. Let's start off with decluttering. Tip number 1 is for if you're feeling a little bit suffocated by all of your stuff. I know that feeling sometimes, so I'm going to challenge you and me to pick 20 items right now to either donate, give to friends or family, sell, or get rid of. So I'm going to pick out some items to donate, and you can either do this from around your whole home or room, or you can pick one category that really needs a good declutter, like clothing, DVDs, books, makeup, whatever it is. So I actually just did this and I went through some of my seasonal clothing items and my box of maybes from the last time I was decluttering. So that's what I managed to get rid of. I'm challenging you to go ahead and do the same thing. If you're feeling adventurous, maybe pick 50 items or 100 items. But if you want to do this on a short time frame, you want to do this in under a day, 20 is a good number. Moving on to tip number 2, we're going to do a bit of a declutter of either makeup or beauty products. Now, if you've got a lot of makeup items and you haven't gone through them in a while, this is your chance, because this is something I needed to do. I always keep loads of makeup that I haven't been using for over a year, and it's definitely past its sell-by date, and it's probably not safe to put on my skin anymore. So I challenge you to go through either your makeup products, your bathroom products, or all of them all in one go, and pick out any items that really are too old and get rid of them. If there's anything that you don't really use very often, but it's still good, it's not past its shelf life, you can always pass this on to friends or family members. I've got a little pile that I'm going to do that with. And also, now's a really good time to wash your makeup brushes, if you know what I'm saying, because mine haven't been washed in about 3 months and I've run out of makeup brushes because I do not want to put those on my face. Yeah, this eyeshadow look was done with my fingers today, so that needed to be done. Moving on to our organisation category, the first tip I have in this category is about organising your tech. Now, the reason I say this all the time is because I forget to do it quite a lot, and it's kind of like a call to action for both me and you, and it's so important. I think it's so important to back up your files on your laptop and really go through and delete whatever you can. So this is your sign. Go and back up your phone and your laptop right now, and maybe take a little bit of time on your phone and delete any unused apps that you're not using anymore. Move them around into folders so they're easily accessible, and just give it a good tidy up. We keep our phones on us all the time. Why shouldn't they be organised? Next up, I want to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. He's always there for me when I need him, and he helps keep me organised. It is my Dymo label maker. I love this guy so much. This tip is all about labeling things. If you have things in your home or your room that you need to access quite often, but you find it difficult to find what you're looking for, maybe you use boxes or files and you have to open every single one to find what you're looking for, then now's the time to start labeling things. You don't even have to have a fancy label maker to do this, although it makes it all the more enjoyable. You can definitely do this with those little white sticker labels that are used on envelopes, or even just a piece of paper and some sellotape and handwrite them out. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to help you get organized and streamline the process of putting things back and taking things out. It will honestly make your life so much easier. If, like me, you have tons of files, documents, and paperwork lying around that you need to store away, now is a really good time to do it. So I am going to create a binder that I'm going to use for everything that I need to access right now. Anything for work or home or bills. I'm going to do that today, and it doesn't have to be difficult, it just has to be accessible so that if you get a new letter and you need to hold on to it, you can really quickly file it in a file folder and be done with it, rather than letting it just sit on your desk or in a box somewhere. This way you can access it really quickly when you do need it. Next up, if you don't already have one, I really recommend investing in either a planner or a calendar. And you don't even have to spend much money. You could totally just print a blank calendar page off of the internet. If you type into Google like the month, the year, and blank calendar page, one will pop up which you can print, and you can even decorate with washi tape and stickers and post-its and whatever you want to make it look a little bit more exciting. It doesn't have to cost you a fortune, but having a calendar will streamline everything for you. Knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it, and being able to visually see your month ahead or your next few months ahead, will really help you when planning out things for the future, especially if you live a very busy lifestyle. I'm one of those people that if I don't write something down, I forget it like almost immediately. So if you're like me, I really recommend getting a calendar and sticking to using it. Our next category is tidying, and of course my main tip in this category is to give your space a tidy up. Whether it's your workspace, your bedroom, your home, tidying it up will make you feel a lot better, and it will definitely help you if you're stuck in a bit of a rut at the moment, because I always feel so like meh and like not creative and super disorganized when my space is also disorganized. I did make a cleaning video really recently, so I'm not going to try and repeat myself too much with this tip. I will leave that video and any other cleaning videos down below if you need a little bit of inspiration to get started. Hopefully those will help you guys out. And while we're talking about cleaning and tidying, my next tip is about cleaning out your handbag. How often do you clean your room and then forget about all the stuff in your handbag or your gym bag? Because I do that every time. I just don't even think about it, and every time I go to take my handbag off the door and go outside, I reach in to get my keys and like an explosion of receipts just falls out, and like paper and wrappers and stuff. So this is just a quick prompt, I guess, to get you guys to clean out your everyday bag, whether it's your school bag or whatever, because I promise you, when you leave the house next time, you will be very pleased that you did it and you won't be rummaging around for ages. So the next category is productivity. I've got a few tips in here. The first tip is, if you're a list maker like me, first of all, I think we'd be very good friends. Second of all, you probably have about 10 different notebooks full of lists. Am I right? Because that's my situation. So I'm going to recommend grabbing all of your notebooks, pieces of paper, the notes in your phone, anywhere where you've written lists and important notes. Grab them all together and then put them all in one place. Whether you make a new notebook or you digitize your notes, this is a great way to A, go over all of the notes that you've made and find loads of ideas you've forgotten about, and B, this will help you so much because you won't be rewriting the same notes again and again and again, which I do all the time. My next tip is the worst. I promise you it's the worst, but it's get your email inbox to 0. Because once it's a 0, you can really keep up with it and you're going to feel a lot better every time you do go to do your emails. If you have like 56 unread emails or 1,000 unread emails, you're going to feel pretty crummy when you go into your email inbox and you have to reply to just a select few and you leave all the others. It just feels like there's something you're avoiding doing. I promise you, once you've done this, you can go ahead and get on with your day and feel much better about it. That, I think, is everything. Those are all of my tips for this video. I hope that this inspired you to get motivated and do all those things that you've really been putting off for a long time. A lot of these things are stuff that I have been putting off, so I assume that they're things that you might have been putting off too. Anyway, if you use any of these tips, I'd love to know. Let me know if you followed along with me, and if you have any other organization tips that you swear by, please let me know in the comments and help out anyone else in the comments who needs a little bit of a pick-me-up and some inspiration. Anyway, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me and it helps me know that you like these kind of videos. And with all of that being said, that's everything. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye!